Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Days of Our Lives' latest episode. Salem is once again on the verge of emotional chaos. And just when fans thought the drama couldn't possibly get any more intense, Holly steps forward and drops a bombshell that completely shatters Sophia's world. This latest Days of Our Lives spoilers update delivers everything viewers crave: shock, betrayal, unanswered questions, and the kind of revelation that will ripple through Salem for weeks to come. Holly's stunning confession doesn't just affect Sophia, it sets off a chain reaction that pulls Rafe, Gabby, and even Ari deeper into a web of secrets, lies, and emotional reckoning. At the heart of this explosive storyline is Holly, a character who has spent far too long keeping her emotions buried beneath layers of silence and restraint. For weeks, fans have noticed the subtle hints, the lingering looks, the hesitant pauses, the moments where Holly clearly wanted to speak but chose to stay quiet. Now, all of that bottled-up truth finally erupts in one unforgettable moment. And when Holly finally speaks, there's no going back. Sophia, completely unprepared for what's coming, finds herself blindsided. She walks into this confrontation believing she has the upper hand, believing she knows the full story. But Harley's revelation changes everything. The look on Sophia's face says it all: shock, disbelief, and a creeping sense of fear as she realizes that the narrative she's been clinging to may have been nothing more than a carefully constructed illusion. Holly's bombshell isn't just emotional, it's strategic. She chooses her timing carefully, revealing the truth at a moment when Sophia least expects it. This isn't a casual confession, it's a calculated move, one that suggests Holly has reached her breaking point. She's done protecting people who don't deserve it. She's done carrying the burden alone. And most of all, she's done letting Sophia control the story, as Holly lays everything on the table. Salem seems to hold its breath. Every word lands like a punch, stripping away layers of deception that have been building for months. Sophia tries to interrupt, tries to regain control, but it's too late. The truth has already been unleashed, and there's no way to contain it now. Meanwhile, Rafe and Gabby are watching the situation with growing concern. They've sensed for a while that something wasn't adding up, especially when it came to Ari. Certain details never quite aligned, and the more they pushed for answers, the more resistance they encountered. Holly's revelation suddenly puts all those unanswered questions into perspective. Rafe, ever the investigator, immediately shifts into analysis mode. He begins mentally connecting the dots, replaying past conversations and moments that suddenly take on new meaning. Gabby, on the other hand, reacts emotionally. She feels betrayed not just by the secrets themselves, but by the fact that Ari may have been caught in the middle of something far darker than anyone realized. As the fallout continues, Ari becomes the focal point of Rafe and Gabby's concern. What does Ari know? How long has she known it? And perhaps most importantly, was she manipulated into staying silent? These questions drive Rafe and Gabby to confront Ari directly, and the tension in those scenes is palpable. Ari isn't just facing questions, she's facing the consequences of a truth that's been hidden for far too long. Harley's decision to come clean also raises a much bigger question. Why now? What finally pushed her to reveal everything? The answer lies in a mixture of guilt, fear, and a fierce desire to protect the people she cares about. Holly has watched the damage spread, watched misunderstandings grow into full-blown conflicts, and she realizes that silence is no longer an option. The cost of staying quiet has simply become too high. Sophia, however, refuses to go down without a fight. Even as Holly's words echo through Salem, Sophia scrambles to regain control of the situation. She questions Holly's motives, challenges her credibility, and tries to spin the narrative in her favor. But the cracks are already showing. The more Sophia pushes back, the more obvious it becomes that she's hiding something. This power shift is one of the most compelling aspects of the storyline. For so long, Sophia has been the one pulling the strings, controlling information and manipulating situations from behind the scenes. Now, Holly has flipped the script, and in doing so, she's exposed just how fragile Sophia's position really is. The emotional weight of this revelation can't be overstated. Holly isn't just revealing facts, she's revealing her pain. Years of frustration, regret, and unresolved emotion come pouring out, making this moment one of the most raw and vulnerable scenes we've seen from her character. Fans who have followed Holly's journey will recognize just how significant this moment is. It's not just a plot twist, it's a turning point. Rafe and Gabby's involvement ensures that this storyline won't fade quietly into the background. Their determination to uncover the full truth means that more secrets are bound to come out. And as they dig deeper, it becomes increasingly clear that Harley's bombshell is only the beginning. There's more lurking beneath the surface. More lies, more half-truths, and more shocking revelations waiting to be exposed. Ari's reactions add another layer of complexity. Torn between loyalty and honesty, she struggles to decide how much to reveal. The pressure from Rafe and Gabby is intense, but so is the fear of what might happen if she tells the whole truth. Ari's internal conflict makes her scenes especially compelling, as viewers can see the emotional toll this situation is taking on her. As Salem reels from Holly's revelation, alliances begin to shift. Characters who once stood firmly on Sophia's side start to question their loyalty. Others rally around Holly, recognizing the courage it took for her to finally speak out. These changing dynamics promise even more drama in the episodes ahead. Looking forward, the implications of Holly's bombshell are enormous. Will Sophia face consequences for her actions, or will she find a way to twist the situation to her advantage? How will Rafe and Gabby's investigation impact Ari's future? And perhaps most intriguingly, has Holly truly revealed everything? Or is there still another secret waiting to explode? One thing is certain, Days of Our Lives is delivering must-watch drama. And this storyline is a perfect example of why the show continues to captivate audiences year after year. Harley's decision to drop the bomb on Sophia has changed the course of multiple lives, setting the stage for emotional confrontations, unexpected alliances, and shocking twists that fans won't want to miss. As the dust settles, viewers are left with one undeniable truth. In Salem, secrets never stay buried forever, and when they finally come to light, they have the power to destroy everything in their path. So stay tuned. Because if this Days of Our Lives spoilers update proves anything, it's that the fallout from Holly's revelation is far from over. As the shock of Holly's revelation is just getting started to ripple through Salem will never be the same again. The emotional fallout begins to intensify in ways no one could have fully anticipated. The moment Holly drops her bombshell on Sophia isn't the end of the story, it's the spark that ignites a far bigger fire. In the aftermath, characters are forced to confront uncomfortable truths, fractured relationships, and the consequences of secrets that should have been exposed long ago. Sophia's immediate reaction is pure damage control. Still reeling from the shock, she attempts to mask her fear with anger, lashing out at Holly and accusing her of exaggeration, manipulation, and outright betrayal. But beneath Sophia's harsh words lies a growing sense of panic. She knows that once a secret reaches daylight in Salem, it never stays contained for long. And Holly's truth is already spreading faster than she can stop it. Holly, meanwhile, experiences a mix of relief and dread. For the first time in a long while, she no longer carries the secret alone. But with that relief comes the realization that her honesty has permanently altered her relationships. Some people will support her, others will judge her, and a few may never forgive her at all. Still, Holly stands firm, refusing to take back a single word. She has crossed a line she can't uncross, and deep down, she knows it was the only choice she could make. Rafe quickly steps into the role of investigator once again. Holly's revelation opens up new angles he hadn't previously considered, and he begins revisiting old cases, conversations, and time. Small inconsistencies that once seemed insignificant now feel impossible to ignore. The more Rafe digs, the clearer it becomes that Sophia may have orchestrated far more than anyone realized. Gabby, on the other hand, is driven by emotion. Her trust feels shattered, and her concern for Ari grows with every passing moment. She struggles to understand why Ari might have stayed silent for so long, and whether that silence was a choice or the result of manipulation and fear. Gabby's protective instincts kick into overdrive, and she becomes determined to get the truth. No matter how painful it may be, when Rafe and Gabby finally confront Ari again, the tension is unbearable. Ari tries to stay composed, but the pressure is relentless. Every question feels heavier than the last, and it becomes clear that Ari is hiding something critical. Her hesitation speaks volumes, and both Rafe and Gabby sense that they're standing on the edge of another massive revelation. Ari's internal struggle becomes one of the most emotionally charged elements of the storyline. She's torn between loyalty to Sophia, fear of the consequences, and a growing need to come clean. The guilt weighs on her, and viewers can see the emotional toll it's taking. Ari knows that telling the truth could destroy relationships, but keeping the secret may destroy her. As word of Holly's bombshell spreads, Salem's social dynamics begin to shift dramatically. Allies quietly reconsider where they stand, and long-standing grudges resurface. Characters who once dismissed Holly's concerns now begin to question their own assumptions. The atmosphere in Salem grows tense, as if everyone is waiting for the next shoe to drop. Sophia, sensing her influence slipping away, becomes more desperate. She attempts to discredit Holly publicly, subtly planting doubts and framing herself as the victim, but her behavior only raises more red flags. The harder she tries to control the narrative, the more suspicious she appears. It's a classic case of someone unraveling under pressure, and viewers can see it happening in real time. Harley's bravery begins to inspire others. Her willingness to speak up encourages people around her to reconsider their own silence. This ripple effect threatens to expose even more buried secrets, suggesting that Sophia's deception may be just one piece of a much larger puzzle. Salem is on the brink of a full-scale truth explosion. Rafe, eventually uncovers a crucial detail, something that directly ties Sophia's actions to Ari's silence. This discovery doesn't just confirm Holly's claims, it amplifies them. The evidence forces Rafe to face a difficult decision: move forward aggressively and risk tearing the family apart, or proceed carefully and risk letting Sophia regain control. Gabby's patience finally snaps. Fueled by anger and heartbreak, she confronts Sophia directly in a moment filled with raw emotion. The confrontation is explosive, with accusations flying and long-held resentments boiling over. For the first time, Sophia finds herself truly cornered, with nowhere to hide and no easy escape. Meanwhile, Ari reaches her breaking point. The weight of the secret becomes unbearable, and she realizes that silence is no longer protecting anyone. Her eventual decision whether to fully confess or reveal only part of the truth will have massive consequences for everyone involved. This moment sets the stage for what could be one of the most emotional scenes of the entire storyline. As this chapter of the drama unfolds, it becomes clear that Holly's bombshell has fundamentally changed Salem. Relationships are fractured, trust is shattered, and the line between right and wrong grows increasingly blurred. Yet amidst the chaos, there's also a sense of reckoning, the feeling that long overdue truths are finally coming to light. Looking ahead, the stakes couldn't be higher. Will Sophia finally face the consequences of her actions, or will she find a way to twist the truth one last time? Will Ari's confession bring healing, or will it deepen the wounds even further? And how will Holly cope with the aftermath of being the one who started it all? One thing is certain: this Days of Our Lives spoilers update proves that the drama is far from over. If anything, it's just beginning. Holly's decision to speak out has set Salem on a collision course with the truth, and the impact will be felt long after the final words are spoken. Stay tuned. Because in Salem, the past always catches up, and when it does, no one escapes unscathed.